Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. I do apologize for being a little bit late tonight. I had a little accident. Tonight I want to talk about something that a lot of people are bringing up to me, and it's about inherited clutter. So the topic is a home decluttering checklist that will help you break up with your inherited clutter. So obviously losing a loved one or loved ones never is easy, but at some point it happens to all of us. And when that loved one is gone, they're likely to leave a lot of their stuff behind, and it will usually fall on someone or a part of the family or the executor to make tough decisions about how to get rid of all of their stuff or to disperse it among family and friends. And one of the biggest concerns of adult children is how to deal with their own mom and dad stuff. And why? Because it's overwhelming, and it's both a physical task and it's also a very emotional task, because you're not only dealing with the loss, but you're also having to deal with the emotional side of decluttering and dispersing years of their stuff. So the one thing I would strongly recommend is to, right now, have that difficult conversation with, your children, or if you are, the younger person, have that conversation sooner than later with your parents. It's one of those subjects that no one wants to talk about, but the bottom line is we're all going to die. And one of the kindest things that you can do as a baby boomer is to start decluttering now so that our kids don't have to, once we're gone. I don't know if you know this book. It's called The Swedish Death Cleaning. It's by, I think her name is Maureen Morgenstern. She suggests that the family gets together and that you all walk through the house with pen and pad, and you let your parents know, or you ask what they really want and what they don't want. And it's best to be extremely clear about those kind of things. I want that wing chair. I've always loved that wing chair, or I can't stand it, and please don't save it for me. So what this does is it gives you, the baby boomer, the freedom to go ahead and say it's okay to let that go. So if you want to declutter and downsize yourself, you're going to say, well, my kids don't want it. Many of us hold on to the belief that our kids do want all of our stuff, and the reality is they really don't. So historically, the family possessions were passed down from one generation to the next. And I don't know about you, but we welcomed, mom and dad's silver or grandma and grandpa's, whatever it was. But that's not so today. And our kids are a little bit more like minimalists, and they do not want our stuff. And that's okay too. So let them choose what they do and what they don't want. So it's obviously best to have that conversation now with your kids, and so that you can start at decluttering also now, whether they take it now or whether they will take it after you're gone. So no matter what, there's still the issue of all that stuff that is left behind after you're gone. It's called inherited clutter. And it's, I hate to say it, but it's that mess that's left behind, and it's not your stuff. And sometimes that causes a lot of frustration, resentment, and overwhelm. So I know that this is a conversation that a lot of younger people are having with me when I speak. They will oftentimes come up to me and say, well, how do I talk to mom and dad about their clutter? I don't want their stuff. Or those that are having to deal with it, I wish my mom and dad had taken care of that before they passed away. And the reason for the frustration and maybe sometimes the resentment is because, they've got their own lives too, and this is just one more thing to pile on. So what I've created is a home decluttering checklist that will help you break up with that inherited clutter. And if you'd like that checklist, I'd be glad to email it to you. My email is ritawilkins@ritawilkins.com. And so please email me, and in that subject line, put home decluttering checklist. And we will go ahead and forward that to you. Now, I am out of town, so in the next couple of days I'll be out of town, so it may not happen overnight, but it will happen next week. And I created this checklist to help you get through that process of clearing out the clutter from your loved ones' homes as efficiently as possible, while still, dealing with and addressing the emotional side of the inherited clutter. So my checklist will guide you through. It's a step-by-step process to help you make decisions more quickly and efficiently to get that job done. And it will also help show you how to deal with, how to create an overall plan to make sure that you address all the issues associated with inherited clutter. And it will also, provide tools and tips to help you deal with letting go of those things that are very emotional. Sorry, allergies. Again, if you would like my checklist, please email me at ritawilkins@ritawilkins.com. And in that subject line, put decluttering checklist. So I hope that this helps. And as always, I truly appreciate all of your input because from week to week, I look at all of the comments that are made, and then those comments are basically what I create my editorial calendar on for the next month for Facebook Live, and then also for all of my blogs. So I don't know if you know it, but we have over 600 blogs on my website, Design Services Ltd, everything to do with clutter and decluttering. And also we have a weekly email list. So if you are not on that email list, again, please just reach out to me and just say you want to be on our email list. I look forward to talking to you next week. Hopefully these allergies will be taken care of. And do reach out to me for that checklist, because if you're going through that time of your life where you're having to deal with your parents' or loved ones' clutter, I'd like to be able to assist you in any way that I can. Thanks. Have a good night.